100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. This is Breida. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, with that
oh, now Breida loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run with Michel. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking left-sided, he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The kick by McManus is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
Get ready. Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now it's Trubisky. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Shane Ray. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. And they go
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give them even better starting position.
Let's go.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Watson. Henry's got it out on the left side. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Going on the ground with Madison. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd and 7, Watson flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, his second sack of the night. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got a man, complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run with Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 15 yards as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 61 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give, running right is Mack. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to run with Mack. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit. What is that? 19. Oh, yeah. 26.
They'll try and run. Here's Mack. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And McManus able to put it through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Fights through, and now a crease.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 30, 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago they were in the exact... And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Jennings has it. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Following the penalty, Michel. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Watson on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Trubisky will throw. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch. The pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. The end result, 21 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Aaron Lynch, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and abundant. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On first down, here's Breida. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He completes this one to Mack. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. On 1st down, Mack. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. From the red zone now, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Braxton Berrios there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down. At the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Watson. Oh, hit.
Back of the game instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Hunter Henry there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 75 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Madison running right. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alexander Madison, 54 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. They'll drop the throw. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now it's Breida. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Cameron Meredith there to make the grab. And the Eagles get a score closer. They run it with Breida. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Five. Big rip.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run it with Madison. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, it's Stick. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. A shotgun throw for Stick. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of a couple. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Stick looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27th. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Trubisky to throw. And Jennings has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. On first down, Trubisky. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Matt Breida. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now it's Trubisky. A quick throw, but incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Chicago. Marlon Mack, 50 yards as the Bears push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes, left side. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
We got it.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I put the word big in capital letters here. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Set. 15, run. 15, run.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl.
It's now 3rd and 13.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.